Madam Roy back again. It is Monday, April 25th of 2016. Oop, my eyeglasses are falling down on me again. I gotta go get these things adjusted soon. Back to another vlog video. Like I said, I'm trying to do one each day, and so far I've been fairly faithful. Though I must say, yesterday was a little hard. I was really tired. My allergies were acting up. I really didn't feel like doing it, but because you guys like to see them, and I made that promise, I am going to try to put one out every single day. I am feeling much better this morning. I took Allegra yesterday, and I took a couple of Benadryl last night. And I woke up this morning, got a great night's sleep, woke up totally refreshed, and as you can hear, my nasal passages are pretty clear today, so got quite a few things on the agenda today. I am going to Best Buy today. I got to pick up my Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, which will be there around 3 o'clock. One of the, told you, one of the workers there, the one that actually hired me, she's going to pick it up from the Newport News store and bring it today, so hopefully I'll be getting that in. I also have to go in and I have to exchange that Acer tablet, because I was working with it last night and it started up just fine. I loaded all my apps from the Google Play Store. Couldn't believe how fast it was. I mean, this thing is like twice as fast as my Kindle Fire. Well, everything seemed to be fine until I went to play a video and I noticed there was no sound. Initially I tried watching a YouTube video, didn't have any sound, so then I went to the music section, tried to play an audio file, no sound. Then I said, alright, this is getting ridiculous, so I checked all the settings, volume was up, there was no mute on, and I said, well, wait a minute, maybe there's like a mute button on there, so I looked all around it, couldn't find anything, so I said, I wonder if there's a short where the speaker is. So I found where the speaker is, it's towards the bottom, and I just kind of pulsated a little bit, I put a little pressure on it, and sure enough, the sound came through. But as soon as I would if I had my finger on it, putting a little pressure on it, the sound would work fine. But if I took my finger off the speaker, sound would go away. So obviously there's an issue with the board, probably an issue with some solder joints. So today when I go to pick up the phone, I'm going to go ahead and exchange that, because I do like the tablet. And I think they had two other ones there yesterday, so I'll just try to exchange it for one that works, but I hope they didn't sell them out yesterday, because speed-wise, I was extremely impressed with that tablet. I mean, it's not going to win any benchmarking races for sure, but for what I use it for, it'll be perfect. The YouTube video I try to play was smooth. It went in and out of the apps just fine. There was no lag time. There was no lag when you were scrolling across the screen. And I'll go into more detail when I actually do the review. But suffice it to say, I am definitely going to have to go ahead and exchange that, because that's unacceptable. I mean, I hope it's just an issue with that one and not a batch problem. So if it is a batch problem, it means I get another one, it's probably going to have the same issue. But I figure we'll try at least one more time. If the next one I get has the same issue, then I'll just return it and maybe look into getting some other type of tablet. Well, I'm not going to be able to leave. Right now it's about 10 o'clock, and the workmen are about to come. They're going to go ahead and put the new garbage disposal in. And I'll go ahead and take you down and show you what they're going to do, because they're going to be here probably in the next 10 or 15 minutes, and won't be able to get any footage. So let me bring you downstairs and I'll show you what's going on. What's up, little girl? I saw LT looking outside. I'm sure she's trying to look for the birds. You want to say hi to everybody on YouTube, Elle? What you doing, little girl? She's just running away. You guys know what she's like. Let me go ahead and put the light on here, and I'll show you what they're putting in. This is going to be our new garbage disposal. It's an Evolution XL. It's the InSinkerator, they call it. I love that name. See, it's a genuine InSinkerator parts made in the USA. You can see this one is actually a 1 horsepower unit, where the other one down there was only a 1/4 horse. He recommended this one to us, and I guess he keeps a stock of them in. It says exclusive jam sensor circuit. Now, ours does not have that. Basically what that means is if you put something really hard in, like they show here, a bone, and it realizes that it can't chew it up, what will happen is it'll actually trip a circuit in there, give you time to go ahead and shut the switch off, take it out, and it won't do any permanent damage to the blades and or the motor. But as you can see, this is much, I mean, this thing is going to be really nice because the one we had is just a total piece of garbage. And another problem we're having, there is obviously still a water leak because I came down here this morning and the brand new wood, the brand new plywood is definitely soiled with some water. And I showed that to him, and I told him that the last time this happened, it was the sprayer hose here that was leaking. But he thinks the problem might be somewhere in one of these PVC pipes. May even be this little stopper at the bottom. So he's going to go ahead and look into that and hopefully fix it. He really wasn't surprised. He said that usually when you see that much water, even though we thought the leak was fixed, there's usually a secondary problem, and obviously he was right. So can't wait to get this in and start chopping up some old food. I brought these down. I got to fill up my Keurig K-Cup carousel here. These were actually really good. I tried one of these the other day. Actually, I've had quite a few of them. These are the Twin Ridge Roasters Donut Shop Blend K-Cups. These were in Food Line, and they are, let's see, you get 32 cups for $10, so it's really not a bad deal at all. And, you know, I always try to look for good deals on K-Cups because you never know what you'll find. They do tend to be really expensive. Like I said, the reason I haven't gotten the McCafe ones, for a 12-pack of them, they want $9. So almost what I can get a 12-pack of those for, I can get 32 of these. So, I mean, it's really worth looking at your local stores, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a Food Lion. I found deals like this in Big Lots before. Ollie's has buyouts of K-Cups a lot of times. So if you guys have a Keurig and you're looking for deals, look at some of the discount stores because they'll tend to have these big box deals. And by no means do I say all of these are really good. I mean, I have bought some that were really, really nasty. But on the whole, if it's the type of coffee you like I'm more of a medium roast coffee. Not necessarily a donut shop blend, but if it's medium roast, extra bold, or medium roast, medium bold, that's usually my type of coffee. So I kind of looked out with this for sure. Well, I finally got this computer install updates. I don't know what's going on with Windows 7, but I've had a lot of issues getting updates installed. The way I actually worked it on here is I went to Microsoft's website and I downloaded Microsoft Fix-It. And let me see if I can show you guys that real quick. Basically what that does is it reinstalls the Windows Update program or the protocol, and it seems to have worked in my case. But without that, it would just sit on here and checking for updates constantly. And there was nothing else I could do. It was like that for a day and a half. So, like I said, if you guys are running Windows 7, the easiest way to do this is just go to Google and type in Microsoft Fix-It. And basically you'll find all the different options for it. They have a Microsoft Fix-It for Vista, Windows 7, and Windows 8. I don't know if Windows 10 actually has one for that or not. You guys will probably correct me if they do. But yeah, it's going to take a minute to load because it's working on a few tasks at the moment. Let's see if we got Microsoft Fix-It. There we go. Fix problems that programs can't be installed or uninstalled. And there's many different kinds. So the Microsoft Fix-It, you can see there's one for Windows 7. There's one specifically to fix Windows updates, and that's the one I actually downloaded. And there we go. This is the actual site if you guys are curious. But if you go right to here and you download the, like I said, if you download the Microsoft Fix-It just by clicking on that link and you run the program, that'll pretty much fix all the Windows updates, and that's exactly what happened here. As soon as I ran that, about an hour later, I actually started getting updates installed. So I'm going to go ahead and let this finish up, and this computer will be totally updated and ready to go once Dad's home. And I think he'll really enjoy it, especially with the larger monitor. Like I said, he had that little 15-inch monitor, and he said he was fine with that. But, you know, it wasn't, that only had a resolution of 1024 by 768. Whereas this one I think is 1440 by 900, so this is actually a high definition monitor. He was afraid that a bigger monitor wouldn't fit here, but as you can see, I mean, it really doesn't take up too much space. both of the speakers here are still accessible. I mean, it's not really blocking any of the sound or anything, so hopefully he likes it, but if not, I still have the old 15-inch monitor I can give him back, and if he wants that, it's his choice. Alright, so I want to head out to the shed real quick. I did a little repair on the seat of that bike I just purchased. It had a little tear in it, and it wasn't horrible, it was just a little one. I didn't want it to get any worse, so I tried using some of that fix-all adhesive I get from the dollar store on it to see if that would actually hold. I'm not exactly sure it's going to work because it's really gluing it back to the foam, so we'll see if it actually took. Boy, it is pretty windy out here today. Alright, let's see if we can get some light on here. You can see where the repair was done. Is this little piece here kind of cracked. And yeah, it looks like it worked. I mean, it's definitely holding in. You can see a little bit of the rubber is still missing there, but I can just color that in with a permanent marker. And I actually think I have one up here I can do it with. There we go. I'm going to give that a try and see what it looks like. Alright, yeah, so I mean, once that dries, it's going to look like pretty much a perfect fix. You can still see the crease there, but I colored all that foam in, so now it all matches the rest of the bike. And yeah, that's pretty much all I need to do with it. I tell you, this glue is awesome. This is the stuff I get at the Dollar Tree. It's called Fix-All Adhesive, made by the Super Glue Corporation. I know I've reviewed this before, but for those of you who haven't seen it, this pretty much works good on anything. Wood, you can glue wood, plastic, and apparently you can glue foam as well. But yeah, you get that for $1. The one thing I will say about this, it takes a good 24 hours to fully dry. It's not like super glue where it glues almost, it adheres permanently almost instantly. You really have to give this about a day to fully cure, but when it does, it becomes pretty much rock hard. So I think, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and take my bike out a little bit later once the workmen leave. I do need to check though and make sure that the tires are holding air. That one feels good. And that one feels good. Yeah, I'm really happy with this bike. I mean, for 20 bucks, I mean, you just can't go wrong. I just can't get over how cheap people are willing to sell these bikes at garage sales. I did have a chance to buy another one. This guy was selling, it was a much better brand. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I know he said that it was his father's. It was a his and her bike, so it was a guy's bike and a girl's bike. And he wanted $50, but he was selling them together. He wouldn't sell it individually, and I couldn't buy two bikes because, as you can see, we barely have room for the bikes we have. And I think the bike, I'm going to have to get rid of one of my bikes, and I think I'm going to get rid of this one here. This is another Kent bike. This is a Sierra Madre. This is actually a pretty decent bike. My only problem with it is it was used quite a bit. You can see that the tires are fairly worn. And I'm having problems. One of the wheels is not aligned properly. And I had the same problem with my Huffy, but I took it to one of our local bike shops, and they actually fixed it for me for free. So I might do the same with the Kent bike before I actually put it on Craigslist. Like I said, other than that, the bike itself is fantastic. I mean, it's in good shape. It has been used a lot. You may eventually want to get, whoever buys it probably is going to get new tires. But I mean, it's definitely worth getting some work done on it because it's not rusted or anything. And I'd be willing to sell that cheap. I'll probably put that up there for $40 or $50. See who's interested. And I know for a fact that bike cost $349 when it was new, because up until about a year ago, Target was actually still selling that bike. So yeah, there'll be a good deal for somebody. Well, I think I'm going to go and head back in the house. Like I said, I got to be here when the guys come back to do the garbage disposal. I honestly cannot wait until that's replaced. We've been babying that other one for so long. That thing's original to the house, and what a mess. The problem with that is, even though it turns, the blades have rotted off. So if you drop something in there that's even remotely hard, like an eggshell, I remember dropping some carrots in there, it just stays in there for days, and if you don't get it out, it starts to sink. So we actually have to put our hand in there and fish it out, and that's just not safe. So this is kind of overdue, and I'm glad that it's happening. Now the next thing we're looking into, we got to talk to these guys about, is replacing the floors. We're thinking about replacing the floors in the kitchen, the laundry room, the hallway, both hallways, the one by the garage and the hallway in the house, which has the wood, because that wood is actually starting to degrade. And we're thinking about replacing that all and going with some kind of tile. We're not exactly sure what kind of tile yet, but we got to discuss that with the workmen, and hopefully they can give us a good idea. Like I said, I went on Home Depot's website and I looked up travertine, and I think it was like $1.29 a square foot. They had this travertine tile that was really long. I've discussed this before too. I know it was like 1 foot by 2 foot. It was 12 by 24, and it was a desert sand color, like a tan color. And Mom seemed to like that, so I think we're going to talk to them and see what the cost would be if we had them pick that up and install the tile. Well, I can see they're coming in, so I'm going to stop the video for right now, pick it up in a little bit. All right, so the workman stepped out for a minute, and I thought I'd show you how affectionate LT is. Since Mom and Dad are gone, you know, they usually give her a lot of attention. Now it's just me, and she's really starving for it, aren't you? You be a good girl? You're a good cat. She's been doing pretty well. I've brushed her with that brush quite a bit over the past couple of weeks, and she's not shedding as much, and she's not scratching herself, especially since I gave her the bath. And she seems to be doing really well. She's just being very bashful today. Of course, if I rub her butt a little bit, she gets happy. She likes that. I'll tell you one thing, if you guys that are just getting cats, there's 2 cat spots on the cat that they love to be pet, right here on the butt and cheeks. Are there, at least my cats, those are the 2 favorite spots, right? Psst, psst, psst. Right, isn't that right, baby? Yeah. And just to let you guys know, and for an FYI, when a cat does that, when a cat actually nudges your hand like that, it's actually a sign of affection. It's saying that I like you and I want to mark my territory. So that's basically what that means. So if you ever go over someone's house and the cat comes up to you, you put your hand out and it just kind of nudges you like this. Come on, LT, show everybody what you like to do. Just like that. That means they're marking their scent on you and they're accepting you. That's really a sign of affection. So you should be very honored if you ever have a cat do that to you. That's right, baby. Say bye. You say goodbye to everybody. Psst, 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 psst. And she's not as talkative as she usually is. Alright guys, so this is the new garbage disposal that's getting put in right now. I actually took a picture of the old one, and I'll go ahead and post that up with this video, but suffice to say it was pretty rusty. But he's just putting the new one in now. It should be in probably, what, next couple hours or so?
It won't take that long.
Awesome. Well, I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's done. Alright guys, so I just got back home. Went to grab a little something to eat and exchange the tablet. Hopefully this one works. She didn't really give me any problems, so I got a brand new one in box. They didn't sell any yesterday, so thank God they had the 2 left. I also bought a micro SD card for it. It was on sale at Office Max. I got this one, 16 gig PNY for $8.99, and so that tablet has 16 gigabytes internal storage, so that'll give me about 32 gigabytes to play with. Probably a little less since the operating system uses some, but hey, not too bad. I think that'll work out nicely. So I actually have to go right back out because I just got a call from Best Buy saying that my phone's in, so over the next few minutes I'm going to put this stuff away and head out and get my new Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. Good times. Talk to you a little bit later. Alright guys, so I just got back. It's about 4 o'clock. I made a couple errands, and yes, I did get the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, but I'm not going to actually show this in this video except just this little teaser right here. It needs to be charged. I'm going to go ahead and charge it right now, but I did make one other stop. A friend of mine, well, somebody I know through my YouTube channel locally, said that he wanted to do a trade for that iPad that I had, and I said, well, what do you have? He's like, why don't you come over and take a look at it? So I did. He lives fairly close to me, and I made the trade. So I'm going to go into the car. I'm going to show you what I actually traded for that iPad 2. So be back in just a moment. All right, guys. Well, this is what I actually traded for. It is a Dell Inspiron 660. Brand new in the box. It was only taken out so he could test it to verify that it worked. He actually broke the seal himself. He obviously got this from a friend of his. I know that they do a lot of storage unit buys, so I'm assuming this is probably what it came out of. You see it has a Pentium processor, model G2030. This is a dual-core processor, 4 gigs of RAM. Right now it's running Windows 7 Home Premium, but I'm probably going to go ahead and throw Windows 10 on there. Got a DVD burner, wireless end card. It's even got a media card reader, and it's got a 1 terabyte hard drive and built-in Intel HD graphics. And I'll go ahead and show you that this thing is absolutely brand new. I actually put it back in. He had it out just because we were testing it, but you can see it's got all of the the 2 manuals there. Got the Dell drivers and utilities, the mouse and the power cord, and the keyboard I just kind of stuck there. And see if I can do this one-handed. And the tower is right down here. I'm not actually going to take it out right now because it's really hard to get in there. I don't want to take it out until I bring it upstairs. But I don't know if you'll see it, but it's even got the plastic still on the front. So yeah, I thought this was a really good buy. It's obviously like a new old stock item. I'm thinking that maybe some computer store, maybe like Best Buy or somebody had a storage unit that they were liquidating. So not a bad deal for an iPad 2 32 gigabyte that I hardly use. Now I have a brand new Dell Inspiron 660 that hopefully I can get a lot of use out of. Not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. I'm going to go ahead and throw Windows 10 up on it and just start working on it tonight. Alright guys, so I'm going to end the vlog here for today. I'm starting to get a little tired. I'll probably edit it up and just kind of relax for the rest of the evening. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Definitely stay tuned for a review coming on the Acer Iconia 8-inch tablet and the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. Hopefully within the next couple of days. Please remember to like and subscribe. And as always, have a blessed day, everybody.